In Jersey, you start band in 3rd grade. Well, you start band in 4th grade. And but I was in 3rd grade and I saw the high school marching band do a parade, and I thought I really want to be in band. So I went to the band director and I asked him if I could join the band. And he said, well, you're only in 3rd grade, so let me get the 4th graders set up first, and then next week come back, and then we can talk about it. So he said, well, we only have 3 instruments left. We have the flute. I don't know if I want to play the flute. I didn't know any better. We have a trumpet. I'm like, I don't want to play the trumpet. It's like, or we have a clarinet. And I'm like, I have no idea what a clarinet is. And so he like reached behind him on the shelf and he handed me a clarinet. And that's literally how I got started playing the clarinet. Oh boy. Well, when I was a senior in high school, I auditioned for All-State Band, and the All-State Band piece for that year was the Mozart Clarinet Concerto. So now I'm at this stage in my life where like now I get to play with an orchestra and actually play the whole thing and like have that opportunity. Like it's so, well, there it is. So it's so exciting, and my little guy right there too. To be able to play a piece like this with a really good orchestra, and it's kind of a full circle sort of thing that I haven't quite wrapped my head around it yet, but it's terrific. Like when Adam asked me to do it, I was thrilled, and I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna do this. And so I've been thinking about it for the last 9 months, I'd say, and I'd say I've been putting it into overdrive probably the last 2-3 months, like getting back familiar with it again. And so it's probably the best piece we have. Like if you have to like say it, it's probably the best piece we have. It's just like a dream. It's gonna be fun and in front of my friends and with my colleagues, and it's gonna be a good time. The more you study clarinet, you start to see that composers tended to write for the clarinet late in their life. So usually last year or 2 of their life, like at their most mature, at their greatest strength and power, like that's where they turn their head to the clarinet and say, we can make the clarinet. Brahms did this, Mozart did this. I mean, there are many examples of this. And so this piece is like K622, it's like literally a month or 2 before he died. And so it was him writing it for a friend. And so it's him that kind of has absolute power, like Mozart Requiem level power of like genius that he was doing. Like this is the kind of piece we have. And all the other wind instruments, they all also have Mozart concertos too, but this one is much later than the others. And to me, it's sort of it's a great, he knows the instrument really well. His friend was a clarinetist, and they worked together on it, and it was just, it's one of the finest pieces we have. Like it's got a very wide range for a woodwind instrument. So there's the capacity to really bring out lots of different kinds of melodies and artistic flourishes that some instruments don't quite have. The sound tends to be a richer sound, a more deep, resonant sound, which with it, like I think composers sort of start to see that there's like great possibility and there's a lot of flexibility, and you can play very fast on it, you can play articulate things, you can play romantic things, very soft. The clarinet can play extremely soft, as well as kind of ear-splitting loud, right? Which some of the other woodwind instruments are not quite able to do that. So there's a great variety in dynamics, in technique, in tone color that is attractive to composers. And I think once they finally, at least they get it late in life, and they figure it out eventually. I'm thrilled to play it. This concert's going to be, all 3 of these series concerts are going to be terrific. And I'm looking forward to each and every one of them. I mean, the soloists are great, the repertoire is terrific. This concert, we finished, the second half is the Dvorak Symphony No. 7. Like most people know the Dvorak No. 9, the New World Symphony. That's like a classic favorite of nearly everyone. There's a running joke with musicians that Dvorak only wrote 3 symphonies, 7, 8, and 9, right? And so like if you've played, 7 is dramatic and exciting and terrific. I mean, 7, 8, and 9 are all comparable in quality. They're all first-rate things. The John Adams piece is something that people don't hear it very often because you need a good orchestra to play it. Like you really do. The things from Nixon in China. If you don't know that opera, Nixon in China, it's one of the great American operas written in the late 20th century, and John Adams is probably our greatest living American composer. And it's that for what we may not have had in terms of gentle, relaxing music at the beginning of the season. This piece is going to completely. This is going to be the change. Like, this is going to be minimal music, but it's really well done in the style of Stravinsky. It's really great. So it's an exciting show. You know, if you like the modern stuff, you have it. If you like the classical stuff that most people know, you've got that too. I think it's going to be a great end of the season. The last 3 concerts are going to be terrific. You know, pictures at an exhibition, the Sibelius stuff in the last concert. But, yeah, we're set up to have a very good night.